Chief Dove here from Thunderhawk Lures. I'm here with my buddy Mikey Schumacher. Very proud, very excited today to talk about the DRT frog. Mikey here actually designed this frog, and we set up a deal with him. I know he's a great little fisherman, but most importantly that he, with frog fishing, he has a great passion for it. He was taught at the year 6, 7 years old how to use a bait caster and a frog. We collaborated with Mikey, worked with him to create the DRT frog. And Mike, when I came to you and asked you about this stuff, I said, Mike, I just want you to help us create a frog to do things that you are frustrated with other frogs. What are some of the things that you try to put in this frog to make it do what you want to do?
Mainly it's the softer plastic and the these little bumps here, they kind of block the weeds, so when you're walking it through pads it shouldn't get snagged too hard. And another thing is that most frogs, they just come silent, no rattles, and when you put BBs in them, it weighs them down wrong and they sometimes sink. But this frog comes with its own BBs in it.
What about, you said we talked about walking.
Oh yeah.
That was very important to you to have a frog walk. Why is that?
It helps it just gives it better action, makes it look more realistic.
So we created a keel on the bottom of this to make it walk real good, and also you'll see veins in here too to get it to guide better. And what we did with Mikey, some of the things he wanted was a frog that walks real good, hookup ratio was real good, also a frog doesn't slide down on itself every time you catch a fish. So we put some neat things in here to accomplish that. It won't slide down on the hook. It's got a weighted system in the back, beads already in it to make noise. This frog is really cool, and I'm very proud to have Mikey create it for us. But if you don't know, Mikey was 14 years old when we asked him to come to do this. His dad's a Purple Heart recipient, so it's very proud that with everything else we got Thunderhawk going on, you know that we do a lot of things to support policemen, firemen, and veterans. Everybody here is retired or been a former military or police. So what we did, since Mikey being such a young age, we want to set up a trust fund for him for this DRT frog. So what we did, we set up a trust fund until he's 18 years old. All the proceeds from this frog goes in a trust fund for Mikey. So we're pretty proud to do that. One more thing real quick, Mike. What's one of the things you told me we didn't talk about yet? One of the things you told me about the bottom of the frog you wanted.
I wanted it to not take on water.
Okay.
It's got a little, there's a weight inside of here that keeps it from taking on water.
And also, what about coloring on the bottom?
A good pattern on the bottom so that it gives them more things to look at, and it kind of confuses them a little bit, makes them want to crush it.
So but the guy that taught you how to frog fish, what did he always do to these frogs?
He'd take a Sharpie marker and draw them.
Why did he do that?
It gives them more.
Camouflage them, more or less, not a silhouette them. So again, little details like that. This thing's ready to go right out of the package. Like everything else we do with Thunderhawk, we want you to take it right out of the package and go fishing. Pretty proud of it. And we talked earlier about, we created a whole rod line to support what we make at Thunderhawk, and this is no exception right here. It's called the DRT rod. And you'll notice right on here, we put the DRT right on the frog, so there's no confusion. 7'6", extra heavy rod, and it's light as a feather. But Mikey, if you ever watch him fish, he puts his whole body in that sucker, and he reels back and never lets up. So we needed a rod. It was lightweight. We cast it for a distance, but big thing I try to incorporate in all the rods. You cast it whatever you're trying to cast, hook set the fish, and more importantly, you land the fish. And we incorporated everything that Mikey likes to do and his mentors that showed him how to frog fish into this rod. So check it out. Coming very soon. The frogs will be available next month, DRT frogs, and the DRT frog rod will be available by the end of November. Mikey Schumacher, we're proud of you, buddy. This turned out great. Very proud to be a part of this and moving forward. So check it out, thunderhawklures.com. You want to support Mikey's trust fund so he can go fishing when he's 18 or go to college or whatever he wants to do. Thunderhawklures.com. I'm Chief Dove. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.